One of the best purchases I made for myself to use daily last year, not something that I got for review, but something that I wanted, was a second display for my laptop. A portable, thin, easy to carry around display that I could plug in and have two monitors at a moment's notice. And I have used that thing so many times. Now I've got another one here from a company called BOIFUN, I believe is how you say it, B-O-I-F-U-N. This is a little bit different from the one I have, and I'm gonna talk to you about everything that comes in the box. I'm gonna unbox it and show you what's inside, tell you about my experience using this. We're gonna use it for the first time together, and then I'll let you know whether or not I think it's worth picking one of these up for yourself. Now, if you're new here, welcome to the Phage Reviews YouTube channel. My name is Jordan, and if you're not already, I would love to have you become a subscriber if you like this content. Hit the notification bell, leave a comment, and it helps the channel grow so I can keep bringing you awesome product reviews. But enough about that, let's take a look at this BOIFUN portable display. Okay, so first things first on this channel, packaging. I'm not gonna take too long with the packaging today, other than to show you, comes in a nice cardboard box, and around the back you have some specs which I want to read you. This is a Type-C portable display. I don't know if that refers to the fact that it uses USB-C or if there's some other meaning to that. Someone else can explain it probably in the comments, but it has a 1920 by 1080 full HD resolution. So not 4K, but definitely enough for the vast majority of users. My other display is not 4K. I'm not doing any intense gaming or movie watching on my laptop, so full HD is enough for me. It's 15.8 inches big. It's slightly bigger than the laptop that I use, but in line with a lot of laptops should match the vast majority of them. The contrast ratio is 1,000 to 1. It weighs 804 grams. I'll put the conversion for that somewhere in the video. It has a 60 hertz refresh rate, so if you're doing a lot of gaming, this may not be the monitor for you. You may want 120, but for the everyday user, more than enough. This is an IPS panel type, which gives you really wide viewing angles. You can see it from the side, so if multiple people need to be looking at this, it's not gonna get washed out or dark. It has a 3.5 millimeter standard headphone output if you wanna use that. It also has built-in speakers, two of them. It's a 16:9 aspect ratio like most monitors these days. And as far as inputs, it has a mini HDMI, a full function Type-C to do power and data, as well as a Type-C for the power supply. The cover for this also serves as the stand, which I'm gonna show you in just a moment. So let's pop this baby open. I'm gonna take off the cover here, put that off to the side, and then this is the box itself. There's a piece of foam covering, okay? And here's everything that comes in the box. So we've got our manual right here. I'm gonna pop that open. This is me first time unboxing this, so you're gonna get to kind of see what's in here as I do it. So right off the bat, an actual user manual, not just a quick sheet in like 20 different languages. This actually has tips for cleaning, setup, how to use it. Here you've got a list of everything in the box as well as ins and outs. So I like when there's a manual that actually serves a purpose instead of just being included for inclusion's sake. Okay, good manual with this display. The monitor itself, the display is right here on top in a protective cover. I'm gonna take that off for a second and just show you what else is in the box. So you get a couple different cables. You have a power block. This would be a AC to DC. It actually has a USB on it. Power converter. This cable right here is going to be USB to USB-C. I'm guessing that's your power cable. Right here you have a slightly nicer looking USB-C to USB-C cable. This is going to be for data transfer between your laptop and the display. And then you also have the HDMI to mini HDMI cable. So if you want to hook this up to like a DVD player or a Roku output or something like that, you have that capability as well. So you get 3 cables plus a power converter block in the box. These two, especially the non-power cables, the data ones, look really nice. They've got kind of metal looking ends and they're nice and thick. Let's just pull this one out of the package so we can take a look at it. This is the one I'll probably use, which is the USB-C to USB-C. It's got little covers on the end there, but a quality looking cable, nice and thick. Not flimsy at all, probably about 3 feet in length, which kind of seems to be the standard for these. More than enough to spread out your display if you need to do so, although most likely it's going to be sitting right next to your laptop. Okay, so I'm going to throw that back in the box. Now let's take a look at the display itself. Right off the bat, when compared to the Arzopa monitor that I reviewed just a little bit ago, I'll include a link to that in the video, this is thicker. Okay, there it is from the side. I mean, not a ton, but it definitely is a touch thicker than mine. We'll just take a look at the edges while we're here. Right here you've got the mini HDMI, you've got a USB-C as well as your headphone. And then around this side, you've got a USB-C again. I'm guessing that's your power USB. A little wheel, similar to the Arzopa for adjusting brightness and contrast probably. And then a power button. We'll see what that does in just a moment. A power button probably. Now it does come with a case, okay? And the case is magnetic, okay? So you can pull that off. Here is how to use the protective cover as a monitor stand. So you can use this case as a monitor stand. And then I think we've got a little bit of a screen protector on here. So let's pull that off. Yeah, there we go. Okay, beautiful. Nothing like removing that. Okay, so 15.8 inches. The BOIFUN logos at the bottom. Honestly, a little bit big for my taste, but I'm not going to complain about it. Looks great, feels great. I like how thin the Arzopa is for transport, but this feels a little more robust. Metal on the edges here, plastic on the back, from what I can tell. Oh look, we've got a list of what the inputs and outputs are. So this one over here is the USB-C power, which is what I expected. There's the up and down and a power button, and then on this side you've got HDMI, USB-C, and the headphone. Okay, so again, a little bit thicker than the Arzopa, and I kind of like that. All right, so I'm gonna follow these instructions here to how to use the cover as a monitor stand. So what I need to do is take the cover. The cover has two thin sections, thick, and then like a medium sized. It says I need to fold the thin on itself. Okay, that magnets to itself, and then lay it down in the front. I'm gonna scoot this back so you can kind of see. Okay, so lay that's the folded part in the front. And then, okay, we use the monitor and we put it kind of into the little bump that makes. Okay, we're gonna put it there. And then we fold up the back side. Oh, and then that magnetics to the top like that. Okay, so let me see if I can hold that up to the camera. All right, so that's how you use the case as a stand. And there's magnets inside of here, kind of like an iPad case. And I mean, feels pretty solid to me. So let me set it down on the table there. All right, so I'm gonna grab my laptop and we will power this up and plug it in and give it a go. Okay, so now I've got the camera zoomed in to the screen right here, and I grabbed this cable. This is the USB-C to USB-C, which is what I'm going to use with my laptop. My laptop has USB 3.0 output, and it's able to do power and data in the same cable, so I don't need to use a separate power cable for the display. Now, if you're using the mini HDMI, or if your laptop doesn't have that capability, you will have to use two cables. But for me, I'm gonna plug this end into my laptop, then I'm gonna plug the other end into the display in the USB-C port. And okay, there's the logo. And let's see how long it takes to boot. Maybe, okay, that was like what, 6 seconds, 7 seconds, not too bad at all. And there is my laptop display, okay? And it looks great, definitely full HD quality. Colors are very true to what I'm seeing on my actual laptop screen. What I'm gonna do is I'm gonna kind of maybe open up like a 4K YouTube video and drag that over. Now, this is not a 4K display, but I try and use the best quality, demo content I can. This Costa Rica one is one that I've used in a few other reviews. Let me see if I can maximize this. I'm gonna have to turn the display so I can see it real quick. There we go. Let me get my cursor set up there. You guys are getting the real-time review. There we go. Okay. Definitely, I mean, true to any other color rendering I've seen on my regular laptop display. And I've got the audio playing through the inbuilt speakers. Let me turn that up. Just kind of get a little bit increased here. Where's my cursor? There we go. All right, let's turn that audio up a bit. Oh, okay, so I'm gonna need to do it on the laptop itself. I'm just gonna try and mess with this brightness. Okay, there's volume. Okay, so the little wheel on the side, if you push it down first, it brings up volume, and now that that's up, I can move the wheel up. There goes the volume. That's 100%. And I mean, definitely enough for like 1 or 2 people. This isn't gonna fill a room with sound. Low end, not surprisingly, missing from the video. But the quality is phenomenal. That looks really good. Okay. If I push the wheel up instead of down, this is the brightness setting. So I'm gonna bring the brightness all the way to 100. Okay, so that's 100% brightness. Geez, it looks even better. All right, and then I'm gonna click it again. That brings us to the menu, so you can see the brightness, which I've already kind of adjusted. If I bring that back down to like, let's see, let's see, brightness. Okay, so you push the little wheel in to select. So I'm gonna bring the brightness back down to 50, just for testing here. Oh yeah, so you've got contrast, black level, sharpness, okay? Let's see if I can back up. How do I back up? I don't know how to back up here. Okay, I may just have to like let this close out. This is not something I actually know how to do. Okay, so image quality though is looking phenomenal. Okay, I'm gonna click the menu again, click in. Other things you've got eco mode, aspect ratio. You can adjust the colors, red, green, and blue, the temperature separately. Let's see, language, volume, mute, reset, signal source, low blue light, HDR mode. Okay, so a lot of really good options here, more so than the Arzopa for sure. This looks great. Now I don't know how to exit out of this again. Let's see, maybe if I click the power button. Okay, so the little power button below the wheel, you can click that to exit the menu. So there's the menu, and then clicking the power button does that. Now if I click the power button again, let's see, that just brings up the input, Type-C HDMI. It doesn't actually, maybe I have to hold it to power it off. Okay, so you hold the power button to power it off. If I hold the power button again while it's still plugged in, there you go. Now it just switched over to my laptop. Let's see if it comes on back here. All right. Okay, now the audio is coming back through my, let's see, through my display. Okay, slowly figuring this thing out. Honestly though, the quality is phenomenal, and the speakers sound better than I expected. You know, nothing to write home about. I wouldn't be watching any movies on this unless it was a necessity, but definitely enough for a presentation or watching a school lecture. No doubt. All right, and that's a look at the BOIFUN 15.8-inch portable display. Despite the kind of silly name, I think this is a great product. It's got a nice, thick construction. I think it's a little more robust than the Arzopa that I had previously. The case, using it as a stand, is not as simple as just like folding over the case. You do have to do a little bit of finagling, but once you got it down, it takes you all of 5 seconds to do. The quality is great. The image is great, and in summary, I think I can definitely recommend this. If you're a student, if you're a working professional, just someone that needs to expand their laptop display, I don't think you can go wrong with this guy right here. So I will include a link down in the description. You can go buy through there, support the channel. If you're not a subscriber, consider becoming one. I would love you for it. It helps the channel grow and helps me keep bringing you awesome product reviews. But thank you so much for watching, and I will see you next time.